I had already asked what I was, and no answer came because the stone stood quiet, cold and plain, wearing my face through smoke and flame. Half Selarian, half Draekar born, a truth I held like hook thorn. At 23, that was the shade. I knew enough to fear a name. It should have been enough to bear. Then Vaelwyn blood was standing there. A stranger's face would hurt me less. Some dead man carved in old distress. Some name the past could keep alone, sealed in ash and sacred stone. But this one reached my mother first, through branch cut off, through buried thirst. Her family erased from view, had left a shame my mirror knew. I watched her steady what it cracked, her hand near mine, her breath held back. I wanted clean and brutal things, one cause, one wound, one set of strings. Instead the statues kept their place, and one of them had stolen my face. No, that was no longer true. It was the face I thought I knew, the one I had believed was mine, before the past rewrote the line. Then mother's magic touched the floor, and blue lines woke where none had been before. They ran through cracks in broken slate, too exact for prayer, too old for faith. They did not rise like common light, they answered kinship into sight. The mark spread out before the stone, as if the ground had waited to be known. Would they have opened for anyone else?
Only to their own architecture. Vaelwyn Arcanon's answer. Vaelwyn Arcanon's. Why?
Because I can read them. Mother, why can I read them? She had no answer, neither did I. That was worse than any lie. The lines that opened at her touch, the words that turned to me too much. Lauren did not know my name, still he had left this all the same. For someone brought here by her blood, for someone made enough like him to read the marks beneath the dust. And he had guessed that far ahead. What else was waiting from the dead? And I read what this man wrote, each mark too sharp inside my throat.
If these lines have opened, then my work has become less reliable than I would have liked. Verax stopped the advance. I made the stopping hold. Do not improve that into heroism. Below this place, the fracture was not mended. It was kept away. If these lines open to you, the distance is failing. Go below. Look properly. Admire nothing until you find where it gives away. The words were cold, the tone was worse. Too clear for prayer, too dry for curse. He did not sound ashamed or proud. He sounded right and spoke too loud. That ear said nothing that was clear. This was his ground, his sacred fear. The truth beneath his people's feet had slept below their songs and heat. My mother opened what was sealed. I read the warning it revealed, and under stone below our breath, old pressure leaned against its death. It frustrated me that I
stayed above the failing line he made. If I stepped in, I proved him right. The air went heavy with that fight. Then fear rose hard, anger came. The air thickened before I meant it to. I felt it leave me dark and true. I tried to force it back inside. The pressure widened when I tried. Breathing change before my eyes. Rough and shallow, sharp and dry. The room drew close, the fire sank. I hated him for guessing this, for leaving absence shaped like
Kael, breathe. The air gets heavier when you're afraid.
I breathed because she told me to. The weight drew back the chamber, knew her voice returned me to my skin, to stone, to fire, to breathe within. Reading what he left behind gave him no right to claim my mind. His hand had marked the buried way. My feet would choose the steps that day. I could carry